everybody, and welcome back to another video. And if you're here for the very first time, it's really nice to meet you. I'm Jane and my husband Mike is behind the camera. We're British early retirees, we have no debt and we've paid off the mortgage, and we live a thrifty, frugal and money-saving life here in Brittany in northwest France. And every Sunday we bring to you an aspect of our private life, of the things that we've done this week and how it's saved us money and how we're going to share that with you. Let's take a look at what we've been up to. So it's no spend February for us, and that means we obviously pay our bills, we put fuel in the car, we buy food, but we don't spend any money on anything else. If it is in the budget, for example, paying the electric, or all the usual things. Of course, we pay everything like that. If the pets got sick, of course, we would pay for that. But there is no discretionary spending or extra spending like that in our no spend February. And it's going well. So it's things that we're going to share with you today. We're going to share with you that we had a free day out, and let me talk about that in a way of how we do that. We love to go and visit places. We've only lived here for 4 or 5 years and there are still places that we haven't seen, and we like to go somewhere and have a look around and have a walk about and a look, and it's an ideal chance for us to do something that costs us nothing. Obviously it costs us fuel in our car, but we stick to our fuel budget. I'm going to share with you as well at the end of this video another finished quilt, because that was our aim this month, my aim this month was to finish 3 quilts, and I've got another one finished. And I also have a little story for you at the end of the video that you might like. Let's watch what we've been up to. Well, we are in northwest France where we live, and we are out on a walk this morning to a really lovely estuary, and by the side of it is this gorgeous old town called Faou. And we've just arrived, so first things we have to do is give the dogs a good walk. So give them and they're tiny dogs, so a good walk for my dogs is about 20 minutes. So here we are. Let me spin you round. Church in the background, the river side. And one of the things that we are talking between cars here, absolutely and totally adore about France, is everywhere is completely uncommercialised. I keep thinking about the UK. I'd have paid to park. There would be cafes and visitor centres, and there would be boat trips, goodness knows what else here. And here there is nothing. Lots of work going on, excuse that. Everyday people doing their everyday work. And we are going to share our walk around this lovely old town with you. And what a nice day to get out and about. Let's turn around to show these beautiful old boats. Look at those. It's lovely. In a no spend month, we like to set ourselves challenges of things that we want to get done in that month. And I wanted to get 3 quilts that I've got in process finished. Now I've completely finished 2 and I've got 1 more to go, which I hope to finish within this month. Now I get asked 2 questions quite regularly about quilting. The first question I've got asked is, where in your budget do you fund quilting? Now in a spend month, we give ourselves pocket money of which we can do whatever we want with it. And we take €50 each. And if I want to spend that on quilting material, I do in a spend month. I buy my fabric from different places to keep the cost low. For example, my batting, I buy my batting on a complete roll. So if I want to do that, I will keep money back each and every month for a few months to buy a complete roll to make it cheaper. I buy the majority of my fabric is secondhand, and I buy that from charity shops or people de-stashing. I will sometimes buy yardage, fabric on the meter, also from people who've got too much fabric and they want to get rid of it, and I find most of that on Facebook Marketplace. The next question I get asked is, Jane, why do you not sell your quilts? There's a very easy answer for that. There really isn't a market for them here in France. Quilting and quilt making is not popular. If I search online, there are very, very few stores that sell quilt material. There's quilt material that you can buy in the UK, US, Canada, Australia. They don't even sell it here. I can't even buy it here. So it's not a popular craft here. And people, they don't want them. So, and I'm a fast quilter, and it takes me 50 hours from start to finish to make a full-size bed quilt. And people will not pay for my time. And on top of that, in places like America, people will pay $500 or $600 for a quilt, something that is part of their heritage, part of their culture, something that is very, very loved. Here, they wouldn't give me €50 for it. It wouldn't even cover my costs. And I'm not going to be making my quilts and shipping them to America, where people are, there is already a massive quilt market. So that's the reason that I make them primarily to donate, to raise money for charity, and that's why I don't sell them. The last time I shared a quilt with you, you said the kindest and loveliest things, and we do appreciate that. And you also said, some of you said, I would love to make quilts, but I have no idea where to start. It must be really difficult to make. So I thought I would share with you a quilt that I made 12 years ago, and it's still going strong. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I copied people on YouTube. I learned from books. I learned from books from the library, and here's a quilt. And I made this in 2012, and I made it in red, white and blue fabrics for a variety of reasons. It was the London Olympics that year, so I made it in red, white and blue. It was also the Queen's Golden Jubilee, so she was 50 years the Queen. So that's why I made it in red, white and blue. And on top of that, it was a really special year for us because that was the year, after 16 years of being together, that we got married. So it's kind of our wedding quilt, it's the Jubilee quilt, and it is my Olympic quilt. And this year is another Olympic year. So we were in the UK for the London Olympics, and now we are in France for the Paris Olympics, and I will show you my latest quilt. And here is my latest red, white and blue quilt. The pattern is called Indigo Way by Bonnie Hunter. It was one of her free patterns that she puts out. Thank you, Bonnie Hunter, for doing that. It took me about 50 hours to make this, including quilting it. So I'm really, really pleased with this. But I need to say to you, it's taken me 12 years to get to this standard. And anybody out there who's a beginner and you're quilting for the first time, keep at it. You will get better. A lot of this is thrifted fabric. I'll get Mike to bring in and look at this. So I keep thinking to myself, pillowcase, sheet, which takes up a lot of this quilt. The red fabric is something out of the stash that I'd had for years on end. And on the back of this is a vintage French bed sheet. So that's how I keep the cost of my quilting down. So there you go, that's another finish this month. Come back in a week's time for my next finish, or at least my progress towards the finish. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to everybody who likes, comments, subscribers, all subscribers, old and new. The channel is growing thanks to all of you. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.